Hopefully nothing crazy comes up that, you know what I'm saying? I won't. I'm gonna chill.
Any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the hardest
even me,
thing.
myself, like, it's like, I think I'm the mole, honestly. I think we just talk about our disabilities.
I prefer disorder.
Disorder, yeah.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed in middle school, and then I transitioned to a school for...
So wouldn't it be fucked up for the person that's faking it?
Once I graduated middle school.
Cancer Bins Part 2. Nah, yeah, I won't say that crazy. It's nothing to say crazy, I don't think.
This is really hard because there's like so many eyes on me already. It's just taking...
It's him, bro. He's talking too much. He seems too comfortable talking, bro. It's him, guaranteed.
It's taken a while to accept that I have a disorder. There's people who I've met myself who say you have autism, and my family would be like, did you tell him you have did you tell him you have a disability? No, I don't think I need to. But reality, it really does help to know that I do have autism.
They first suspected me of being autistic when I was 5. But they hesitated to diagnose me because I was too intelligent.
I mean, that's a compliment right there, being too intelligent.
I feel like in some ways it's a little bit of an insult.
I was diagnosed at the age of 2. I don't see it as a disorder or a disability because I don't see my autism as something that's negatively affected my life, because like I like who I am, I like the way I think, and I don't want to change a single thing about myself.
Honestly, like being here is like, we have to, oh, go ahead, Amanda, sorry, I've spoken so much.
I personally see autism as a disability. I have a master's in disability studies. The medical model of disability inherently says that autism or any other disability is within our own fault, and that we are the cause of the disability. But the social model of disability says that society is the cause of the disability. So autism is a disability because society is not made for me. That disability comes from without, not within. I grew up autistic and deaf, and I grew up feeling like I was such an outcast, and you know, and I was the odd one out. Oh,
no,
hey,
I'm not laughing.
Used the name of the that was fun.
Yeah, she could just be deaf, right?
When I was 4 years old, and it's you know, like it's always been a difficult process for me, you know, like basically growing up, you know, going to school and everything. You know that people don't perceive me as this normal guy. So I figure if I'm gonna be this autistic person, you know, I'm trying my best to excel in school. You know, I always tend to be like one of the smart.
Yeah, she got it. She on the spectrum.
The whole stereotype.
I would consider myself a late bloomer. I was diagnosed at the age of 22. I went most of my life always knowing that there's something different about me, but I couldn't put my finger on it. The reason
she seemed pretty normal.
I only got diagnosed this year was because I recently moved to a large metropolitan area that has many resources, and so that was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
She seemed pretty normal.
I have
She checked them off, crazy.
Therapy, and I was finally able to get.
Buddy right here looks interesting.
I really struggled to fit in. I really struggled to.
She's very twitchy though. Is that what it is?
Get other kids to want to talk to me, and so I stood out pretty badly, and that continued throughout my entire time in grade school. I remember first feeling what depression was when I was around 6.
So when I was in university, they make us do these psychological studies because I was studying psychology, and they have different things you can apply for. And I noticed one of them was they were studying autism in women, specifically like people who are older. So I applied, and that was how I got my diagnosis, which was like I was 21.
She seemed pretty normal too.
My wife and like one of my friends are actually the only people that know I've been diagnosed. So surprise, family or friends, anyone who's watching. It was like an eye-opener. It was kind of bittersweet because it was like, I'm happy now. I have answers to all things that were going on before.
I think she has autism because it's
wrong with me.
Because it seems like
wrong with you. Okay, you're amazing.
Bro'd been holding that back.
I agree. I agree now.
Should I go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think because it was like it would be too obvious to pick her. So
I didn't know I was autistic because I mean, as a 2, 3, 4-year-old, I mean, I don't know how one even knows what's supposed to be up with them. So it's definitely hard to speak in a group situation because I can never tell the rules of like how to, like when to talk and when to speak up. It's kind of like just jumping in like right when you're kind of feeling like it. Plus, I've also blocked a lot of my childhood memories from trauma. And so I lived my whole life just wondering why I couldn't connect to people,
Understand
each other.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a questions about like
Bro, he's the mole.
Stimulants, like
He's
do
the
you guys,
mole.
like, chew gum, or do you guys like have anything that you guys do specifically to like keep you guys calm or keep you guys? Go ahead, Amanda.
The color pink.
The color pink.
Nice.
Okay.
It's my favorite color in the whole world. My whole room is pink. At home, my bed is pink, my bedspread is pink, and my pillows are
If she was to be the mole, she is fucked up, bro. She's mocking the shit out of them. She gotta fucking stop. You better not be the mole, shorty. You better not be the fucking mole, bro.
my rug is pink, and my carpet is pink. I even have a framed pink picture of mine, and most of my clothes are pink. I love pink. It's the best color in the whole world.
Okay. I've never heard
I love
color.
blue too.
I like blue too, but pink is better.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's subjective.
How do you guys feel about
Yeah, I feel like I'm part of the short bus. I feel like I'm on the short bus.
I think about it too much.
I don't think I think about it either.
Autism is too much of a spectrum. So many people with autism have so many different experiences.
I can't choose any of you
Hey,
guys.
that nigga
to be
well
the mole.
spoken.
Like,
This is gonna be the hardest
even me
thing.
myself, like it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly. Like
Like how they were like, try to find the mole, and we're like, maybe there's none.
There's no mole.
Even the person who's neurotypical might just be a
Bro, this
undiagnosed
bro,
autism.
they're around us long as hell, bro.
How about that?
I mean, like, damn, all this relates. Wait a second. Huh.
The mole might not be
I'm posting this on YouTube.
neurotypical. Just because someone doesn't have autism doesn't mean the mole could have like ADHD or OCD and could be overlapping the symptoms that could be associated with autism as well.
My kid has a genetic condition that is not
She has a kid?
autism, but does manifest behaviorally and neurologically in many ways that are similar to autism. So when people interact with my kid, they often see an autistic child, but my kid isn't autistic.
Does autism run in any of your guys' family?
I realized I was autistic because my little half-brother, he's 5 years old. Well, I guess he's 7 now. Whoops, I don't know his age. But like, I see him, I'm like, huh, wasn't I like that when I was a kid? My mom was like, yeah, because we thought you're autistic too. I was like, what?
And I just found out that my youngest nephew.
Wait, hold on.
We thought you're autistic. I'm like, huh,
Hold on.
wasn't I like that when I was a kid? My mom was like, yeah, because we thought you're autistic too. I was like, what?
And I just found out that
Did he just say because we thought you were autistic too? Did he just slip up?
that my youngest nephew was just recently diagnosed with autism as well. So, but luckily he had an uncle who already experienced everything that he's going to experience, and I can I could be a mentor towards him.
Yeah, my dad is an undiagnosed autistic. Sorry, Dad.
Go ahead.
do you ever like wake up and feel like you're not autistic and like, or like you have a disability? You're like, this is just me. Like,
It's called masking.
I think I could be seen as neurotypical passing sometimes because I try to hide as much symptoms as possible because I was trained to do so at a very early age.
People that don't have experience with others who have autism, they expect it to stand out, and that's not always the case. You know, I mean, we all look like humans.
I think you can blame that partly on the media, how they portray us.
We don't really have good representation of us.
no, we don't.
What that movie with Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, where you being on the spectrum automatically mean you're good at gambling.
You could use Forrest Gump as an example.
Or something.
None of them have the same experiences that I
No,
do.
that is
There's no way
crazy.
to have pinpointed, oh, this person is more quiet, this person is more socially awkward. There's no way to tell who was autistic or not.
On the count of 3, will the mole
Oh, so this is a
please
whole
raise
video.
their hand? 1, 2, 3.
Who could have seen that coming? I totally didn't see that coming.
I was shook.
I was like, no, it cannot be her. It can't
She
be
has
her.
I
tics.
never would have guessed.
I actually didn't lie about anything. I just flipped out autism with FASD, and it stands for fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. I was exposed to alcohol when I was inside my mom in the womb for the first 5 months, and you can kind of think of
is that why she be twitching?
D as a spectrum, just like ASD.
Even though she might not have been autistic, there are a lot of overlaps between autism and many other neurological disabilities.
FASD is never talked about. I've never met a single person who shares that diagnosis with me.
What differences do you see between people with autism versus?
I actually see a ton of similarities. And I wouldn't want to, discredit anybody else's experience, but autism does run in my family very heavily. My dad has autism, I have a sister that has autism, and I have quite a few cousins who have autism. And I also have quite a few friends who have autism.
Damn.
Damn, we're not your first.
Yo, this nigga watched too much
The autism
animes.
community accepts you.
I love you guys.
Getting a diagnosis can be.
I want to know what her symptoms are, cause she don't show it at all.
Yourself, I promise you, everything's gonna end up okay.
We are more than the label that defines us.
Yo, he's hilarious,
What we
bro.
have is a whole spectrum.
A diagnosis does not